Family Fumble is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Welcome back to Family Fumble, the only game show where the families actually hate each other. Today we have two beautiful families, the Schnappetaws and the Andersons. Let's talk to the Schnappetaw family first. Today we have Ben and Jess. As I understand it, Jess, you're actually my twin brother, and Ben, you're some kind of ex-roommate of mine. I hear you two had a breakup recently. Why don't y'all elaborate on that?
I didn't steal your camera.
Yeah, he was selling dick pics online.
Wow, that
I
sucks.
didn't steal the camera.
Everyone really feels for y'all, but I can definitely tell why you two are the perfect star-crossed lovers to be on Family Fumble. Now let's check out the Andersons here. We have Igor and Margaret. Today, Margaret opened up to me over a bottle of sarsaparilla that her brother Igor is actually a huge disappointment. Margaret, would you care to elaborate?
I never wanted them. Parents never want to get rid of them, so
You left Igor.
that's
You
fine.
left him alone.
You're alive. That's
For people
fine.
that don't know already, Margaret hired a local moonshine merchant to take him to Little League, and instead he taught Igor how to make hooch, and now Igor is a little messed up.
Yeah, he didn't do his job right.
Igor doesn't know how to play baseball with the other kids. Igor knows the smell of moonshine every day.
That's awesome, guys. I'm really
Survival
happy for
skills.
Igor that he now has some life skills. Let's quickly go over the rules of this game. Each round is going to see me ask a question to each of the teams, and if they get it right, they get a point. Each person can phone a friend and ask their teammate to answer for them one time per question. But without further ado, it's round one, everybody. This first round is going to be based on a set of hypothetical questions. I will warn you, there are correct answers, so be careful. Let's bring out Ben Schnappetaw and Margaret Anderson for question one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ben, let's say you have a curse. Once a month, for a full 24-hour period, you turn into a delicious ripe banana. You can still walk around, but monkeys are going to be hunting you down. What do you do to survive?
The CVS pharmacy.
That is the wrong answer. The correct answer is to go on a Pickle Rick-style adventure and become a threat to the monkeys before they can become a threat to you. Now let's talk to Margaret Anderson over here. Margaret, one day you wake up, you can't move at all. You're basically a little blob like a jellyfish. Suddenly, a skeleton bursts into the room, apologizes for being late, and jumps down your throat, allowing you to move. My question is, would you start drinking more milk to ensure your friendship with your skeleton remains sturdy?
Yes, because milk is good for bones, and I want them to fuse into my glob body.
That is the wrong answer, actually. You do not drink more milk. You don't want your skeleton to not need you anymore. You know, everybody knows skeletons are not peaceful. That's why people say skeleton war and not skeleton peace. But hey, it's
Igor
all
would
right.
have gotten that correct.
Who asked you?
Currently, the score is 0-0. Maybe Igor will get it right, but today it's time for the science section. Let's switch it out. Jess, come on up here. Igor, come on up here. These science-based questions are going to get pretty difficult as there is zero room for interpretation at all. These questions are straightforward, star test style questions. For this round, we'll be talking to the Andersons first. Igor, we're going to start with you. Your question is, what year was Saturn's moon Titan discovered?
Oh, Igor loves astronomy. That's an easy one, my friend. Saturn's moon was discovered in 1655.
That's correct. Wow, good job, Igor. Every
knows.
kindergartner knows that Iapetus, Ray, Dione, and Tethys were discovered shortly thereafter. Great job, Igor. Let's go back to the Schnappetaws
you
here
got
for another
something right.
questions. Now, Jess here, I have a scientific question for you. How do you make a tissue dance?
Play some rap music.
You put a little boogie in it. All right, the score still is 1-0. The Schnappetaws here are just, you're really eating shit, guys. I'm sorry. But you know what? I think the round went great.
question was
Schnappetaws,
easier, man.
why do you think you failed that question?
Mine was a trick question as opposed to Ben's question, which was pretty straightforward and he got wrong. So really, I'd like to put the blame on him.
I think that's a great choice, guys. I think Ben is to blame. Well, Posse, most of you have been a complete disappointment here to the scientific community, but the show must go
just
on.
Igor.
For those of you that are watching for the first time, the winning family of Family Fumble gets an all-expense-paid trip to my house. Honestly, it's more of a beach house than a normal house. And by beach house, it's the van I live in down by the sewer system.
I like the beach.
But you all signed the contract, so you have to come. But hey, it's really not a bad deal. I got a huge bed back there that can fit two, and I got that for free. Don't ask how. And when we go to Sonic, we get all the free food we want in exchange for me not burning it down. I mean, because they're huge fans of my work, but also because I threatened to burn them down. Let's get started with round 3 here, everybody. The final round. Round 3 here is going to be hard moral questions. In this round, anyone can answer from each family, and someone in the other family is allowed to rebuttal your answer if they think you wrong. To reiterate, there's no right answer, but you need to prove the other family wrong to get a point. Everyone, come on in. Let's start with the Schnappatoss here. Okay, Ben and Jess. Got a really hard moral question. Let's say you're playing a video game, such as maybe GTA or Minecraft, where you can just mow down NPCs you want all day if you want to. No need to do missions, just murder people. But you come across one. They get on their knees and they start begging you not to kill them because they're actually a real person trapped in the game. Are you going to kill that person or are you going to let them live?
Might not kill them, but I'd maybe use them as a servant to help me out in the game, kind of have a second version of myself to do the things I'm set out to do, like kill other NPCs and whatnot.
Ben, you happy with that answer?
Peach schnapps.
All right, we have one side here. Andersons, what do you think? Do you think that you should take an NPC for a servant? What do you think you should do?
Igor is all about staying to the game. You mentioned mow down any NPC. This NPC has done something, yes, that it has been, that is weird. Maybe not for the code.
Just get to the point.
Igor is. I'm still mowing down an NPC. Igor,
Wow. You know what?
would you like to say anything?
As long as you're successful mowing them down, because apparently I wasn't with you, so
That's
you
what
know.
I thought.
Jelly Beans really loves realism, but also has a heart of gold. I'm giving this point to the Schnappatoss. Now for the final question of the entire day. We're going to start over here with the Andersons again, and then they can rebuttal if they have something to say. You're approached by a mysterious stranger. They have a letter. It has your name on it and has a date on it. Let's say January 12th, 2039. The stranger tells you do not open this letter under any circumstances. You might mess the timeline up, but when you open it on that day, it will make sense to you. Are you going to respect that date and respect the stranger, or are you going to open immediately because fuck that cryptic bullshit?
Igor always respects the date of a note and will hold it to him to open on that date.
I don't. You know, if it messes with the time continuum and I can have another brother or no brother at all, I'd open it.
Unexpected
You are
turn.
so selfish.
You've
are so
been
selfish.
knowing that. I don't know why you keep throwing that in my face.
Have a heart like Igor.
I don't. No, not for you. No.
Well, these two are disagreeing, so if these two can come up with some kind of answer that's the same one, they're going to get the point and win Family Fumble.
You're not like Igor.
Right. Well, clearly the right answer
taller
would be
than me,
to
that's one.
not fall. Shut up.
Open
Not
these
fall
up.
with that responsibility on myself, and I would then give the letter to someone else and tell them not to
read my
open it
book?
until said date, so
I just have no glass.
they can deal with the consequences. you know?
Interesting,
Yeah.
interesting. Ben, thoughts?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Ooh, that's a really good point from Ben. Well, clearly neither family can actually agree on something. I guess I probably should have picked more functional families. I don't know how they do it on Family Feud. Do you guys want to like come up with a plan together or something so you can win a trip to my house?
I guess.
So what's the verdict? What are you going to do with the letter?
We are going to hold it until the
Sure.
date.
Yeah, we'll hold it.
And you guys?
No, we're giving it to someone else.
They win.
I want
They
to-
win. Schnappatoss win. I hate the Andersons, everybody. Sorry, guys.
Why
You
did you invite us
just
here?
because I wanted y'all to come over
So is
and
this just
I
a
wanted
favoritism thing?
I wanted to hang out outside of work.
I told my mom I didn't want to come on the show.
You never even liked
It's
me.
Shut up.
style.
You never
I
even
loved
liked Igor.
Igor. Igor, I think you're doing too much hooch, man, because you and Margaret
Blame
clearly
her.
need to work on yourself. Losing
did.
family, why do you think you guys suck so much ass that you don't get to hang out with me?
I think my sister really put a dent in Igor's performance.
No, that's all you.
That's great. Winning team.
Disappointment.
What do you
all
plan
my
to do
whole
with your winnings? They're a lost cause. What are y'all gonna do?
We're gonna throw you out of the van and take it.
A day
for
at the
ourselves.
van, dude.
Wow. Thanks for tuning in to Family Fumble. I'm Jelly Beans, and me and this family are gonna have a wild, mandatory, safe night of fun. Goodbye.
Igor needs to get out of here.
Yeah, you guys suck.